Safowaah, what is the essence? But he, God, that sees the ahead. He, God, that sees the ahead, would do it. Be grateful. Just be grateful. I'm telling you, he's the masterpiece of destinies. He's the masterpiece of tomorrow. Like I told you from the beginning, nobody can tell him what to do. So just be grateful, pray. Be grateful, pray. Be grateful, pray. Trust and live your life. I will pay. Okay, Accra no woni wiya. So person ko school, ni suku muno, obeba be ye. Ni nyina wo nyame nsam o. Eti no papa na hu wo fie, wo hu de ebesi. Enti wo se nto boase. Be patient for me. I tell my friends in a funny way that me, when I'm praying and gets to the owner of the university, they say, who is praying? Give a prayer to him. You know why? I am so grateful to him because he has been there. There was a time of my life that people did everything to eliminate me, but the owner of the universe, mercy, grace, and my grateful heart, it's never happened. Whatever it is, be grateful. Emma will be in Kabi being chill. Hey, Anna, I think God has delayed you. I think that God has not been merciful to you. I think that for you, when I look at you, I think God disappoints Christians a lot. Don't entertain those people in your life. Just be grateful. I'm telling you. Just be grateful. Just be. Let me take you to the spiritual revelations of God. And some woho abusuya enti nya botsere wo wiase. And some woho hwe obia ne abusua wo free mu. Abusua bi wo ha awo ka kire. Abusua bi wo ha omo wuntem. Abusua bi wo ha omo bobre nyeye. Abusua bi nso wo ha ade omo beye bia no na ayeye. Ehemfa na wo free. When you read the book of Ecclesiastes or say, I will not let any evil befall you. Ladies and gentlemen, Africa and the rest of the world, I am talking about the wisest man I know, God Almighty of Abraham. There are deep revelations of life. There are people so much looking for your downfall. Please be wise. There are people wishing that you are no more. Se nyankopon ka kire wo se ben na enye so no asaforade no ni momo mbebe no. No. He has people who will be close to him, God, all the time. But was a benny free say and somewhat a sissino ehu. Abusia, ma weni na ho, ma weni say, and now what is our boa. There are deeper revelations of life. There are people who are not born to succeed, but they end up succeeding because on earth they come to have a journey with God. Which of them are you looking for? In their race, they are not to succeed, but they come to have a deeper revelation with God and they succeed. Ebusia, ye mu bebre ti wiase a. Enka ye wu da. Nanso niema nkiti bi anyame yi kyereye. Ena mani pati ase. Revelation can be mingled with prophecy. What am I talking about? In 2 Chronicles 20:20, ose jimedi fo di na wo betintim. Na jimi Awurade di na wo bedi ye. Jimi Awurade di wo betintim jimedi fo di wo bedi ye. Abusuansem wo wiase o, enti ne mu bobra. Eya enkoye di obi ye bie. Oh, ena mahu se adwo no monsa. Me kra me so na se me koklaba me kono so. Ono no, krasi ni yem. Unim mu ani na ho. You are not in battle with anybody. You are not in competition with anybody. Intimacy tie me ma wani na ho. Enya sa wo be true wo wiase. There are deeper revelations of God. So deep ones. Ma wani na ho. And funny money dear grow. Don't take things. You uncophobi wa abrabono mbono. You're from the Tra Association of Life. They do things anyhow. Please put a stop to it. And come into realization of yourself. Say, Obia ko club ahia no. Onko akopio de dadro abotim ya de pento abotim. Nti wo sa akopede deeper revelations of life. Obia ye CS beye 10 ni nyina nkora ne pie bai obi enwu obi koye ba akopa we fi okrati Safowaah asase so mama nka bibi ncho de woye 10 na wanwo no apamo ne nyame koye enkoto sra wo ne nyame koye you never knew enti wo hu ne say oh why CS na sa ye de na me sumetimi akoye bi. That's why we are suffering. There are deeper revelations of life. O baby wo ha opa one mema bet se 100 and nante ebi anyeye enye se ya domino anase won enye se won kanipa ho nanso ni nyina ne se ebi afia wo firi mu no de ya hyehya ato ono no. And what do you do as a person? Wuni nyame tentam. There is one woman in the Ghanaian media space that I respect when it comes to deeper revelations. Utumi who say there is so much going around her, but regardless of the weakness of us as human beings, she will still go on her knees 24/7 to talk to God. And you see, like I said from the beginning, God has not given anybody assignment. Now what can I say? God, why is it that you are doing this for this person? Those people are deep. I lost a friend. May her soul rest in perfect peace. There is so much revelation that I told my friend. Va people, va prophet. It was all joke to the person. You will die. Life is not as the mere we see. Life is not as simple as we see. There is so much to life. We all have to be serious. Shesha wunchi, shesha busuya wufrim. Shesha dia wasa wuye ni ye, shesha dia wasa wudi 2 year wa brabwemu. And yes, our sister, when we say ebia, obi ye we na yama, ubekwa kwa ye enye ye. Yes, sir, amu. Abusuya, Mr. Amu. Ubekwa kwa ye enye ye. Obiane ne nkrabio, obiane ne shabre. So as you age, unyini no, ma weni na form, na jene, na hu say, abrabo na form o. Debbie. And na form. Na what the niema e diagro. Mesrao. There are deeper revelations of life. Abusua bi wo ho a, wo maame ni nua na nya ntokwa. E na wo maame ni nua no wo, oba bi ekowo a meku no, ne ye de agro. Etubon sa baya keto ekowo, ono okoware ye no. Ofisa wa wawie wonya bema pade ebiem. Nanso na wo so wakwa akowo, eye ne maame nua na course apam no. There are deeper revelations of life. Abusua yema ye ni na ho. Enye se bi obi ye no betumi aye bi da bi. Enye sa wo ho be kire wo abrabo emu. Bisa won say Ghana has about let me even put it away about 20,000 businessmen. But adenti na kakra bi na yete wo mudin ye hu so ma be ya brempon ha wo mo. Have you asked yourself? There are deeper revelations. Enye wo bia na sebe gidie wo se wa be ye enti wo fa ba bi o there be. No. Get serious with yourself. As a person. Get so serious with yourself as a person. Ne jaya kudie no. Obiane fia o free mo. Obiane dia wo ya eye ma no. Dia make not here say. I have grown to know that the evil succeed more than the good. I have grown to see it. Do you know why? The evil, they always take chances. They take adventures. They go places. They go length you are not ready to go. But because the same God says time and chances happening to everybody, the good is happening to that person. Abusia, and son and nipa be kan ensel go nebo. Nyankopon be kokko bisa na ensem no. Ma weni na ho. Na dwene. I remember when I was a child at Kwanta, a bicycle hit my classmate and he died. Bicycle. When I was a child at Alajo, V8, tear rubber on speed. I was crossing the road. Go to where I was. The driver said today he doesn't know how he hit his brake. This is me, this is V8. Allah, go and ask my story. The Lord did not make it happen. There are deeper revelations. Yes, it could be that someday God has assignment with me. But there are so many people at the graveyard too that God has or had assignment with. There are deeper. Seek for God. Don't look at people and be like, where they then? Oh, Jano. Don't. You don't know the discussions people have with God. You don't know the things that people talk about with God. There are people that even okofan super pebi to say special eyes and no ma or bosom paye. Said you soon quaction queen bibi or being so beko konum and so ya bibia. Na chino or be did not chin yes. How? There are deeper revelations of life. That's why God admonishes us that we should get close. And the best way we can get close to God is through prayer. And when you pray through his son Jesus Christ and use the word. Erade, who can what some say? Or dance if one best dino. Nanso sa wo Erade won ka ho a enye yi. Enti Oluman, I am inviting you through your son Jesus Christ. Do this for me. Believe you me, the owner of the universe will execute. Ayana 7 prediasa. And my young mom pay hunu. And pay young pay which was a dipani yet the pound yoka. Pray with the word. There are deeper revelations of life, and when God loves you, 4 days to this project, God did something on me, and I realized that nobody prays with the word and fails. Don't be, when you're looking for something, you go before God. Oh, dear Jesus, do this, and when you do it, I'll praise you. As soon as you get it, you run away. Don't be those type of Christians. Please don't be. Don't be those type of Christians. Be the Christians who are always in prayer with the word. Because anyama warrior see your abusia. Anyama warrior say. Entima wendi na ho. Yes, well. Ma wendi na ho. And yes, how about you? Oh, but you. She ejuma krona mu womu no. Obi ba no pa. Wajene busum bidi. Busum ni nitumi nsia Safowaah. It is impossible. Even the heavens within the heavens, he is the one with only the power. Busum ni nitumi nsia. Nanso wonim ni enti a busum no tumi no. Ebetimi bofa so officer o mompaye wonim ne friend Erade nanso odo de obibi so nyame beye. We have people like that. Oh, nyame beye we ambe. There are people like that. Fine. But who said you didn't nuro no na overtake you. I have seen people speaking and they are like, oh, media we me and me you media me Ginny said to me be the free baby be your mommy. Yes, I hear conversations like that. Me Ginny said to me be to me don't. Abusia niama wo wiase o. Obia wadaya so. Nipa bia pese bibi pato ni wo wiase. Obia wadaya so. So am weni ama wo ho so a. Bibia ni we be ya ma wo asasi so. Anya se wo bia kwa aduro so. Ene bosoma kwa apam ama bibia bomama no ene kire se nipa ne nyango nipa ne wotumi be dabi abusia ene ma wo wiase de ode ne na yesi ho se wo bedede wo nipa mu ne de ebi ntumi nsida no omo draw so hwe ne namu nipa ebi wani na ni no mo de wono they stop destinies almost stopping crabia and to say dwuma ya wo mu you are always on duty, you are doing everything but square one. It is not because of square one. It is not because God is not listening to you. It is because umpai bosa uji who did do and I feel say you can just do it. About 2 years ago, a young lady at the Bank of Ghana who died. Now, said she was getting promotion. I looked at the pictures and I said, my God. But after you ask God that question, you ask yourself, say, when you are in that position as a woman, what is your covenant with the owner of the universe? What is your talk with the owner of the universe? And Sembena will be said, if he said, we live in the world, seven prediasa, Nipaninya baby dra, ne nancy a crab you attraction. Oba say, Just say, one thing so dogo be no abe. Or not yet the warrior now, no, yet. But no, it is wrong. I was saying, winning all. And go for the bonnet. And go for shank crabia so. And go for, and you see, the pain is these people, after they do it, then they bluff. Where is your God? Ladies and gentlemen, wherever you're listening to me all over the world, my name is Regina Safowaah, and I'm talking about the wisest man I know, God Almighty of Abraham. The things we are to do, because He's too much of a good God. Abusia, ma weni na ho. Eye na wo bekono. I remember me unsa meaning na me crowd rade. So I go to church. I remember one church that the pastor said, "Mame, eye na wo kono okwa wo ma." That's a revelation. So for Okasado the Munyan life, man, I'll go, I'll come. She died. You can't be wiser than God. So if God is using His prophet to stop you in something, I don't know who primo koma. We are so not the kohen. I will say there is to the young women who aspire to be somebody. To the young women who aspire to go far, the young men, Sabi, Kroma no. You are not a nice baby, no person about a pan home. Debbie. Do you know no so about no near budget so no? On Pesa will be sign a home. It's a misrel, ma when na ho. There are deeper revelations of life. Let me bring the revelation of God to even the media space. There are people who work in the media for 20, 30 years, and they can't even boast of a plot of land. But this fellow lady or woman or man can boast of everything. And when you look at yourself, you know these are people that do not even respect God. These are people that do not even care if there is a God. Now, so what would name radia there be a Jesus? Oh my God, God is everything. I respect Jesus. Your life is still the same. How do people believe God through you? The manifestation of the various grace on you is what pushes people to love your God. Ladies and gentlemen, God is amazing. Yes, you've heard everything. God is good. He's amazing. He's kind. Why? How are you using these words to your benefit? You see, I might be a different human being. You go on social media and somebody has won something. Then you see a child of God who is always praying on Alpha Hour, NSPPD, big platforms, Command Your Morning, Restore Prayer. You see child of God, children of God always there. Then this children of God will live a year congratulating others. The bigger question I ask is, when are you becoming an evidence yourself? When are they congratulating you too? It shouldn't always be about somebody. When is it going to be about you too? What are you creating? What are you doing differently? There is one young gentleman that I respect so much. He's the CEO of Taco Hub GH. Almost every big program in the country, he streams it live. He sat down, he said, I sat down when I created something. So let's assume this young man even has no business with God. And his next door neighbor is always always praying. But this tackle hub guy who streams all big programs in Ghana is making good money, is living well, and the Christian is always in one shoe. That is what I wish that Christians will understand, that there is deeper revelation about our God we have. You see, he has given us steps. When you pray, you take action. It shouldn't be the life where I have done it. I am the best. I am this. There is deeper revelation. Wait, meaning said I met no I say. It will be a promising, talented, gifted somebody. No wukwa. Share as you live all the days of your life. Love yourself so much that you become so selfish. True prayer. Every day pray. Every second pray. Every minute pray. Every time pray. Even when you're stepping anywhere, tell God, God, it is you I am trusting. God, it is you I'm trusting. Holy Spirit, do this thing for me. You don't believe in yourself. People don't understand why things happen for me, because I have understood the deeper revelations of life. I know I come from a family. I know there are families who have disagreements with my mother. There are families that have disagreement with my father. Are they all happy that Mr. Peter Kofiedu's daughter is doing this? No. So what do I have to do for myself is respecting God enough, having covenant with God, praying enough, and living in God. I'm human. I can be sinful at a point, but God is not looking at my sins, because Psalm 51 verse 4, David said that it is only God that we sin against, not man. Anywhere you're listening to me, I am talking about the wisest man I know, God Almighty of Abraham. There are I thought that would miss out say, hey, men quadia my ye juma sa and so cramming home for Sobia. Don't you ask those questions? You have to ask them. Hey, men quadia ma qua and so be and to me say, you don't ask yourself those questions, you have to ask them. You have to. Ya jetu busa nyame ne wo eye bibia wo nenso apambe na wo ni nyankopon wo. When I found myself in the media space, I always make this example, but the world I've left controversy, those are not part of my life again, through the grace of God. But I always compared one lady and the actress Juliet Abraham. I never saw Juliet always on social media, my God, blah, 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 blah. I never saw that on Juliet. But she's a child of God, she prays. Then the other, why I don't want to draw any controversy, I'm not interested, was always her where my God will take me. This today as I speak, Juliet has an international brand, and this lady is nowhere to be found. When you look at people like her, it is always the God, they take no action of life. It is always my God, they take no action. They do nothing. It is always my God, hey me nyankopon dear, the kind of things my God can do. No. When you talk about this God, learn to know the revelations of life. Learn to know that there are people who do not even pray, but they are succeeding. You know why? Time and chances happen to everybody. Those people may not pray, but their mother, their father is their prayer room, is their warrior. What are you doing differently? People, lovers of Christ, I respect traditional leaders. I respect other religions. Regardless everything of what they believe, still Yeshua HaMashiach is the King of Kings. Nothing can stop that. So if my uncle is a traditional believer, my auntie B is I don't have to go and fight her. But in everything, God Almighty is the King of Kings. Period. Ladies and gentlemen, as we age, let's be smart on ourselves. I wish from tonight, as you listen to me, you will take things serious. Not taking life serious, but you take it activity serious. And to what they are the papa to our own pay. They be another social media on pages. Oh, your God is big. So you there, your God is small. No, please. Become the evidence too. Becoming the evidence is understanding where you're coming from. It's knowing your background. The battles you are to conquer. The things you are to conquer to become who you want to become. If not so, ladies and gentlemen, if not so, we are always going to have problems with God. For that I can bet you. We are always going to have problems with God. Because you lose something vital and you feel, God wasn't fair to me. God has done nothing. God has done nothing. All God is asking you to do is to do the right thing and get the right things for yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, as we journey on, miraculous stories. I remember when I was a child that was watching one, Pentecostals, they had one film that when we were children, they were showing on GTV. Yes, I remember GTV. And there was a story of a woman that she was going to give birth. Then a man walked in there and said, Obawa Mayashe. Because she's a child of God, because she's a woman of prayer, all she said is, Holy Spirit, deliver me. When those people left, another man walked in and said, O time asumamenjiwa. The lady gave birth. So by the time the wicked association came, she had given birth. This is the power of God. Please, don't limit God in any way. That's your unbelief attitude. Please don't bring it to the circle of God. No. It is something no human being should try. Don't. So many miracles that the world can talk about. So many that the world can talk about. Talk about yourself. How you were formed in your mother's womb. How you came out with no knowledge. Those who took care of you. Those who bathed you. Today where you have gotten to. Regardless of where you have gotten to. The greatest miracle is you are still alive. You're not in the hospital. You're not at the mortuary. You're not at prison. You are still alive. God is a miraculous God. I know a woman who is my friend that was having troubles in a marriage. She went naked in a room and said, God, keep a baby in me, even though I've not slept with my husband. She got pregnant, and there was a war in the family. That month, she had not, I think month or two, she said, I've not slept with my husband, but I got pregnant. Lo and behold, the miraculous God. When the lady gave birth, it was like the twin of the husband. There is nothing God cannot do. I will repeat, don't bring your own belief to the quarters of God. Don't go and watch one woman on social media and come and tell God, God, I've realized that this person is doing so well. This person is having so many connections. Connections are built. Whatever you want to do, if you want to build connections, they are built. You are living in your room 24 hours, going nowhere, participating in nothing 24 hours a day, 365 days in a year, and you're expecting connections. I am standing at the plush La Palm Royal Beach Hotel, a hotel in the heart of Accra, La Palm. Such a beautiful, serene environment that are having all the best programs every day. What can you do as a person? When you go on social media, stop liking people's shoes. Stop gossiping about people's dresses. And ask of the places you can go to. Go to the bloggers. We have big, fantastic bloggers in Ghana. Go on their pages. Ask questions. Like any new program, when you see it, like me, I go to so many places with Takashi. Nobody invited me when I started media. You find me there, busy talking to the security. Oh, wait there, now take it to him. Oh, wait there, me need take it to my family room. I said, okay, and train. Before they realize I'm there, but nobody invited me. As a person, you have to learn to create your own life. You can do it. It's so easy. You can. You can do it. Ladies and gentlemen, wherever you're watching me from the world, He is a miracle working God. And He works miracles for people who believe. For people who believe. Why are people who believe that He works miracles for? Because you take actions. Because you're believing that this thing that I am doing, it will work out for me. Because you're believing that where I am going, it is possible for me. Ladies and gentlemen, He's still in the miracle working business. He's still doing it. Now you go to churches where 60-year-old women are getting married. He's still in the miracle working business. That 60-year will have a child, twins, triplet, and believe you me, those kids will be 50. The 60-year will still be alive to witness the children are 50, to witness their glory. If He is your God, then please stop watching people's life and giving God pressure. Like, stop watching people's life and telling God, God, you have to do this. God, you have to do that. No. Stop watching people's life and saying, God, why is this that? This person, no, stop watching people. You get God angry. Enti bibia to obinti. What the nibra kwera wo koke kansem. Okay, ono de ono ne ka bibia wo binti de. Nanso se won se bibia nyansa kakra nim. Enye de ato obinti a. Ebetimi ato obia. Obeko won koto dwem. And the miracle working business God. Atsena se ka Oluman. Me dia me baby bia o bo me ho ban keke. Oluman, dia kaning na me create dia brew. It happens. Oluman, what do you sell? I will create it. Bo me ho ban keke rade. And kaminya accident. My car somersault. The other she made it the enquadron in the year prayer. Then I was still in my car laughing. You know why? I too much trust in the miracle working God. Too much. Nothing shakes me. I'm not the people you tell and the BBC. Because one, I don't believe in myself. I believe in this full capacity of God. Two, I'm not people who are shaked. I will do it. I will. I'm telling you the truth. There is everything about God. He's still in the miracle working business. What do you fear saying? Well, I'm 33. September, I'll be 34. Minimum dear rade woman me. Oh, na me na kwaku kontokwa kwaku kansem because me we say madam fubia wo, madam fubi kwa brochire, madam fubia toka. I don't know what God has for me. You know what the miracle working God does? He can take a day to transform your destiny for life. And before it comes to that transformation, it takes time. It's in Yaboteme Radewate. I know a lot of people are impatient because they are seeing people who they feel they are this, they are that flourishing. No, you are making a mistake. Those people you see as bad, they are the heart of God. Look at the story of David. David, okokun obi onene yure daye. Nanso Nyankopon se David ye ne koma. So you can't tell God what to do. It is a one so be pie or someone you are loving God. Choose to love him. Not too much complain. Let me bring you all to God and people who complain. God doesn't like those people. Hey, ene me kwa adwuma mu kra me yaya manton she. You are not a friend of God. You know why? O kra de nyame aye wadom. Wanya adwuma ni bi. Wakobi. Sabin produce den a wo adwuma no. You have bank account. You have something to feed. Every kwa na jo kitchen ugina no. E mo be se 5 na etwa boso. So instead of you showing gratitude, you end up complaining. That is why God is far away from a lot of people and they don't understand. Instead of you being grateful, rather me that was say, and then me be a shop. Oh, me who customers grab us 100. That's what we call faith. Me who customers 100. So when it's soon working. In 2 months, will be a Monday no mamba, Tuesday no mamba, Wednesday nani pabe 2,000 bull shop anyway. It was your spoken words for Monday. Nancy Kobe bini. Ha! To shop him. I rather the same custom. Because of a bomb pay on tia moon genie. On tia unsa no biama. No. My mimi sa will be so be ba. no beto shop ni nyina kwa wo koda saa na dwo no wo de saa sika ni nyina na wo de koye de. Stop complaining. The devil penetrates you, use you when you are a person who complains. Stop complaining. Please stop. Stop complaining. Oh, and give gratitude. There are the Materia, the lady who takes care of my clothing, Couture Republic. Materia Couture Pami there are the efe pow. Me mpabwa ba pen papa. Me shed ya kwa sorry na na sebia me dino. Obi nso. Hey, enobi ehye Holland. Ena me dia me hyewe. Na ye den. Wo hye ne gya betom. Stop complaining. And erade, me cradie, school na me koye no, me no me home. I find it difficult paying my school fees. If God says he will pay, he will pay. I always tell people, the owner of the universe goes where he's invited. So you know what? Stop complaining. Be grateful. Give gratitude. Debiya yinyame aye. Erade me da wa say. Papa say nyawa, you keep doing it. Speaking in faith. God, it is possible. God, I listened to Regina Safowaah, and now I have faith. Just have faith. I will say, stop complaining. The complaint is too much. Stop complaining. Please. Stop complaining. Na shedi erade beye. Stop. When you complain, you give chance to the devil to penetrate you. When you complain about everything, you give chance to the devil into your life. Bonsam kra will say, "Wo you ungrateful human being." Because no, nyame na bo bonsam. And not to ne ba asasi so. Into no regardless no nyame o. The devil doesn't fight God because when him so God is all powerful. It's bonsam say wo you ungrateful to the all powerful God, but foul. Stop complaining. Erade, Materia Couture Republic apaming. Erade, me fedodo. Me mpabwa ba kupen so amwe papa. Eno na me sha kwa sorry. Ntu bo mu se wo kan sem papa nti no. Udru asori a. Di osha Holland no na wontoma no to wen. Unhu bi da. Unhu se wakwa yi ase a. Obi ahyem ampabwa papa pa. Obi nso bachale 5 cedi no to kwan wo hye yasi pabwa 5 cedi. Nso duro ye na se na obi ebisa no. Umpabwa ye fe papa. Unhu bi da. Stop complaining. Abusia tie masem ya meka chewe. Enya wonko ena ade hia wo. Enya wonko na wo pe bibi wo wiase. Obia wada yeso. Obia nya ya nka de papa bi ato no. Obenya ya. Enka bia woni Elon Musk or Elon Musk secretary. Musician bi nya ya. Enka no ye Stone Boy. But Stone Boy free baby. No dia be ye Stone Boy no. Etinya wonko na de hia wo. Nya botre. Na kasa bebre ni complaining bebre no. Na kasa bebre ni complaining bebre no. Eno ena ese wo niema. Eno nema wo niema kada because the more you complain, the more you give access to the enemy. So there are people who don't have anything. But their heart of gratitude alone. Oh no, Oma who say bibi hano. Oba sorry and atare back no. Asa what the bedie no. Okra when you are saying according to me friend this asa no. Stop complaining. And be happy about the little things. Stop complaining. And be happy about the little things. Se nipa baako, nipa mienu, nipa miensa. Se die tie bia no. Erade be ye. Stop complaining. Die to adwoa mansa no. Enye no ane beto. De bia me ne nkofo di nkoma me ka kire mo say. Obia ne nkrabia. Obia ne di ordinam wiase. Obia ne said ya Safowaah de ne bae. So stop complaining. Mesra wabusia. Stop complaining. Oh, can someone do? Eye ne rade me de da na me ware rade na wo kan so ankade enya mobo ne say ebia na nkokoto Safowaah anim no ndabi o one ne namfo twehwe Yakopon de oyemi bi o me da be no se mewo da be na me ware tunim wadamfo bi a wote wo wani no de ne na yesifom abusia enye nipa no mo na mo nyina na ye nipa o obi wa wo frɛ ne nua adamfo one na koba nanso edura madwo a sunua wo bia de ne tito so no obi nim etire mo pa edura madwo a nipa bɔ no obi nim enti abusua mesrawo ma wani na ho nakasana do so do. If you want to complain, then why don't you complain to God? If you want to complain, why don't you complain to the owner of the universe? He's the only person you can go to. God, I told you this, you've not even done it. But you see, there is something that I studied about Nigerians. Even if they don't have it, the prayer they pray is prayer of gratitude. Oh God, now you do oh God, now you do. Me, I know you do. Overdo God, you do. Then they'll go and sleep and God will do it. Stop complaining. I'm telling you from today. Instead of complaining, heart of gratitude. Erade me da wase, papa me da wase so mama wo, erade me da wase so mama ntafo, erade me da wase so mama ntansa, erade me da wase so mama quadruplet. Ukodwa so a wo ho. Na gidie mu no waton kran entire na wo de abegu dem anadwo sori bia erade me da wase. Unko awoto ha akwasi, bese koto ade ma me ha kwa ma wo de ese maka cho so ni aketon. Yes. It's faith. Stop complaining. And yes, I will be a catch you we are say. And yes, I will name you now best say was I see so. If you say that complaining stops your destiny, the complaining leaves you behind. The complaining does not make things possible for you. But the only possibility is when you are grateful. The power of hope, the power of faith, being grateful to God, believing in His goodness, believing in His kindness, believing in who He is. It will happen to you. Ladies and gentlemen, as I'm concluding, in the wisest man I know, and I'll continue with my second speech. As I'm concluding with the wisest man I know, ladies and gentlemen, Believe in the divine intervention of God. I remember one day when I found myself in the media, when I was into social media controversy. One night after prayer, I heard a voice say, wake up and pray. The angel of death is before your door. And I woke up, I prayed, blah, 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 before I slept again. God intervenes for us all the time. There are times you want to move your car. You have a feeling, no, today I can do this. There are times you have a feeling, I want to go here. But you realize that, no, I don't want to go. I won't do it. No, I don't want to go. There are times you believe that, no, you feel like there is divine intervention. When you say prayer every day, pray for protection. And in your prayer for protection, there will be divine intervention every day for your life. I'm telling you, God Almighty is everything. He's all powerful. He's all graceful. God is everything you can talk about. What do you want to talk about God? He's everything. He has all the power, all the manifestation. Everything you're looking for as a person. Eba na wo pe, aware papa na wo pe we radimu. En kwatenten. Sa wo de be complaining ne de. En ka wo ko kotodwe ni ma. Serade so ma wo kwatenten. Serade so ma wa hoden. Serade so ma wo yenkodro sunsum. Serade so ma wo ho ban. Serade so won hwe wo so. Said ya meka kire mo no. Ghana hadie. Sa wo pensu papa ayetu nam na donko mu. Aye go mena se a. Onim se wano mo nsu a. A special ice mineral water. Na dia boa me wahane say mo me floral tissues. Into air condition no. A buffer me so cha. Not floral tissues me dia paper kakra. The tissue is so good. A man a pay makeup panel. This tissue is theirs. Unim ni entia. Or pekra on top. I don't know the form name no. Or the flat with paper ya no their paper so and the name da whole boko. Flower for my idea because the tissue is good. Abusia. Bringing my speech to an end. Just love God. Just be grateful to God. Bibia ni wonu erade ntumi nye o. Bibia ni wonu asafo erade ntumi nye. Just be grateful to God. He will. He will. He will. Erade beye. God will do it. He will. Jidi keke. Nama honto. Jidi keke. Nama honto. Ate. Sa wuji nyamidia. Honto. Sa wuji nyamidia. Honto. Sa wuji nyamidia. Honto. Sa wuji asafo erade dia. Honto. Sa wuji erade dia. Honto. Just love the Lord. Don't complain. Be grateful. Have faith. Have the power of faith. Have the power of doing it. Have the power of faith. Have the power of doing it. Just believe. Just believe. Just believe. Africa and the rest of the world, I take you to my next speech. The transformative power of pain. Navigating growth and resilience. Sɛ wo nua bi ada. Sɛ wo nua bi ada. Nyane ne mame. Said the next 4 hours, I'm going to tell them the power of pain and the will to do it. Ebusia, siyakase oyawa. What comes into the human mind? Yakase oyawa. What comes into the human mind? A lot. And a bunny pa kumemu. Yakase yawa. And yama bebre na bunny pa kumemu. But tonight, I stand before Africa and the rest of the world that the most powerful way you can succeed is through pain. I grew up as a child in a home thinking that nobody loves me. I grew up with a stepmom where there were too many controversies. But today and all the days of my life, I bless this woman because she's the reason I am who I am today. People that see pain or people that grow through pain. My manager, Bright Green, will tell you that let pain make you succeed, and it is power. Pain must make you succeed. There should be no problem of this is doing this, this one is doing this in the office, they don't want me. This, no. The pain they are causing you should be your resilience for tomorrow. I remember when I left home, at a point I felt that my family has been so wicked to me, blah, 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 blah. But this is the reason why I stand here today. Because I saw so much as a child. And it has given me all the strength that I need in the human race. It has given me all the power that I need in the human race. At a point of your human life, one magical thing you can do is accepting pain as a reality. It is part of it. And penyimfo se abonyuma mpono. Unse bow baby a hard den hona abonyuma etare. And when you live to accept pain as a reality, One thing is that when you choose to live in that pain, you might become an individual with so much hatred in your heart. So the best you can do is accepting pain as a reality and navigating your way through to win. Ladies and gentlemen, I remember when I started media, I went to a media house and I was like, Takashia, oh, I want interview. Like, you people should put me on TV. That's what I said. They looked at me and they were like, now when we put you on TV, who watch? Who knows you? And I felt the worst of the woman. And I was like, nobody will watch me. Why? I'm not a human being. But as the years went by, I understood her words. She wasn't lying. Because after the years where I became famous, I realized that it is true. They need people that when they post, there'll be something called trend. People that when they put out there, people come and watch because they know them. So what she said, though I felt the pain, but I realized at a point that she said nothing bad. Then I asked myself, okay, then what can I also do to become that famous so that I can also be interviewed? And the funny thing was that this happened when I won the Best New Actress in Nigeria. When I won that was after that I came to do the Adonko Famiko. That's what lifted me. So she said, why never share? At that time, I might feel it. But at a point, I got to realize that what the lady said was true. Why never share? Because nobody knows me. So who will watch? So I agreed with her. So when I had the opportunity with Adonko Famiko, I chatted her and said, please, do you know me now? She said, yes, now you're famous. You're on billboards. Like, you see, that's life. Life is a journey where when everything is moving smoothly, you might not see challenges. When everything is on the good road for you, you won't accept the beauty of nature. You'll be like, oh, me de bibia krada for mami o. Man kakra na yeden na esia mame. That's what happens. That's what happens. I realized that pain becomes man's biggest motivational force. Sure. When people are maltreating you, believe you me, they are leading you to your destiny. Don't let anybody say, oh, swano ni timo no. Itimu nyeden. Dia wo ye no, sre erade se biboni bianto. But when you are able to pull through this pain, you go far. When you are able to pull through this pain, you will go far. I started with a statement, seeing pain as a motivational force. Seeing pain as a motivational force. Ladies and gentlemen, a drew baby wo ma bra bomuno. Na ma beye nkransha ma me ho. Enti se bibi si a misi oh ebeye aye beye because na me huhu be pain. So I am one of the people on social media who are not moved by negative comment, who are not moved by what people are saying, and they feel I'm too hard. No. The training I had from childhood, the things I saw as a child, has navigated into a motivational force for me. So at a point, I asked myself, is it always going to be like this? Because physically, you always feel pain. They say, but physically, emotionally, you feel pains. Your heart is always heavy. I remember this story so much when I met my psychological team for this record. And in a conversation with them, they told me, your heart is heavy. I said, yes. Because I felt that some things were not working as it should be for me in me attempting this record. So, ladies and gentlemen, emotionally, physically, I was battling. And as I told everyone from the beginning that pain makes you hate things that are not to be hated. Pain makes you dislike people that are not to be disliked. People that have done nothing to you. But when an individual is able to pull through pain, their success is guaranteed. Because there is so much you see as a human being that you ask yourself, na me de me nye nipa na. But as I was saying, it becomes an emotional force for you. It becomes a motivational force. It's one say nkofo be din koma or se me de hu enye me hu. It is not because they are too strong, but the things that they have seen on their journey on earth has toughened them. Has toughened them. Because I remember the lady told me, when we interview you, who will listen? I never fought her. I was hurt because I felt someone that I've won an award from Nigeria. I'm big, but I was nothing. And it is true. So after that donko, I got more acceptance from people because it was obvious that you see me, you know me, oh mommy, I don't go, you know, that kind of thing. Why am I saying this? Her words pushed me into looking for what fame was. Because I got to realize that, okay, if I also become one, they will interview me. I have been so positive for even out of nothing. The pain I saw from childhood, the pain I've seen all my life, people will ask, how has it motivated you? How has it pushed you? How has it done something to you? It is why I stand before the world today. It is why I am here today. Because I saw too much to lose. I realized that when you are a nobody, no one wants to associate. Attract. There is so much that happens. Ladies and gentlemen, pain can cost you so much that you never understand. Pain can cost you so much that you will lose emotions, you lose yourself. But anyone listening to me, nipa bi a wotie mo wiase ohun, ma wo yaw no enye wo nkranhye. Boni na omu fin se omu di wo no, ma ne nye wo nkranhye. Di omu fin se omu ye no a ebetwe wakọ akire ana wo hyebre bi emma mu no, ma ne nye wo nkranhye. I'm telling you, pain is good. Hwe abrabona ye bono hu, wonye bibia totia, wiase kra anya wo de. The American not here say, when you be a totia, a bear will say, oh, I made him cry. Me can't cry no my ye, I saw musu me there be. But what I say? Sometimes I once told somebody, when you pray for enemies. You know why? People that get to great destinations are people with so many enemies. They realize that the battle around my life, all I can do for myself is to succeed and be happy. That's the magic. As I continue, there is one thing that you should ask yourself as a person. What brings about pain? What is the causes of pain? There are some, it is yourself. You know why? You've worked your life to an emotional stage that when you wake up in the morning, I'll say, dear bro, hey, timidity be hey, timidity be your friend bro. That's how you've worked your life. I want to tell the world the causes of pain. There are times nobody is doing anything to you. You are the main problem. You sit back and you ask so many unnecessary questions. You know that this conversation, when I have with myself, I am hurting myself. You know that this conversation, when I have with friends, I am hurting myself. But you keep on and have those conversations. You keep hurting your own self and you don't even care. You keep hurting your own self and you see it as normal. So they are normal. No. You need yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, what causes pain? It could be conversations that you don't need. Conversations of people reminding you of things that are keeping you behind. Conversations of people reminding you of how God has disappointed you. Conversations of people reminding you why you could not go to the university right after school. Conversations of people reminding you how their sugar daddies are giving them all the money to make it through business when you also went for same sugar daddies but you got nothing. Causes of pain. It could be environment we find ourselves in. Baby, I will want no. Oshane muawa free ho. If it's a brabona ye bono, ye nyina ye hia ye ho. You have to be so jealous about yourself. The causes of pain, that's what I'm discussing with you. It could be one auntie, one stepmom. Sometimes it's even your own mother. Sometimes it could be your own father. So when you look at all these things and you realize that it is not beneficial to your destiny, you let it go. The causes of pain. I always tell people that before you blame somebody, blame yourself first. Uni musa adie we sa wan fa wo ho ankwa enka bibia nsi enso wo de wo ho bekọ na bibia si na wo ho ayeden na wo ho akọchiro. And as I said from the beginning, there are people who live a life of it once happened to my life. I am crying, I am creating something, then I'm happy. Yes, and I know a lot of people are in that story, but you are hurting yourself. Even when I find myself in a relationship, I'll find myself with one floral tissue paper sitting somewhere, imagining a breakup, imagine my boyfriend fighting me, cleaning my face. My God, it's happening to a lot of people. I have escaped, and I want you to escape. The root causes. There are people who see too many disappointments. But you see, when I was growing up, I got to realize a word called promise and fail. And when you go to our churches, we've been made to believe that promise and fail is bosumbi or beifobi doing and all that. But you see, I have also grown to know that when you are dealing with good people, when you are dealing with people who work with their word, there is nothing like the devil. Causes of pain. So, you know that this friend or this person you're going to is not so correct. But you still go to the person, ask of the help, and when you are disappointed, you go to God. God, you've disappointed me again. Then you start crying. Then you feel pains within you. Then your heart is heavy. I've done it several times. Anything you're doing in life, you have to consider yourself. The causes of pain. There are some unnecessary things that happens to us. And we may not understand. Not because it was to happen to us, but we found ourselves in there. Pain, they say, leads to adversity. And adversity is the best teacher. There are so many things happening to us now as human. That one thing that I want humanity to do away with is believing that everything happening to us is witchcraft. No, it is not. Everything happening to us is not witchcraft. There are things we can stop ourselves. There are things we can put an end to ourselves. Wherever you're watching me, the power of pain. When you live your entire life journey on the root of pain, believe you me, you become so petty. Even at a point, excuse my word, you become evil. Because there's too much hatred in your life. But this is in your heart. But this is what I want to help you with. The ube to me ayene say, "Otai no eba wo kume mu no. Na wo hu say, oyaw eye nipa mpagya." Because you stand at the doors of your life and say, this thing I experienced in 2022, it won't happen to me again. The power of stopping it. I remember dedicating a win of mine to my father's wife, my stepmom, Vaidekria Kunedu. And somebody close to me called me and said, what did she do? And I said, whatever she did. No, she said, what good did she do? I said, whether good or bad, she's the reason I'm so tough today. She's the reason I am so strong today. That's the woman that has built my life resilience. Because the things I saw with him, it was the universe that was telling me, this is how the world works. So as you age, as you're growing, if you don't take care of yourself and build a world of leaving all this behind, you will waste your days on nothing. Pain does a lot. Pain can make you sit 24 hours thinking of the plans of hurting someone. But you see, you thinking of hurting someone, what happened to you? Okay, you lost a job because of a friend. You lost a business because of a friend. But if you commune with destiny, you understand that, okay, if I lost that job, maybe I deserve something better than this job. So what can I do? What I can do is to create probably a business for myself. And in that business, that friend that made you lose that job will come searching for you 2 years to come. You see, why I chose the power of pain is that pain is something that drives you into a better destiny, because you sit to yourself, you ask questions, and you try pushing your way through life. And hook or crook, you want to win, because whatever that has happened to you, whatever that has happened to you, whatever that has happened to you, you keep doing it. To people who want to grow, they see life or pain as a challenging platform for them. Pain should challenge you. Okay, at the age of 30, I'm renting in one house, and the landlord is always on me. But I have the opportunity to work with Magic Hands Ghana, and my payment is maybe 1,500 or 2,000 a month. Okay, what can I do? If I choose to bring down my spendings, the things I buy, the things I invest in, clothes, shoes, I can possibly in 2 years get a land but far away. It could be in Sawam, it could be anywhere. This is what pain teaches man. This is what pain teaches man to do. This is what pain teaches man to do. That I could possibly, this landlady always insulting me. Okay, she causes me pain because she reminds me I have nothing, but I can challenge myself, and in the next 5 years, call this landlady that Beshema Sasi Amesi single room also. Pain should do a lot for you, because the daily insult affects you. When it affects you, you feel pain. So in that pain, ladies and gentlemen, it should push you to do things well. Don't keep quiet, please. It should push you to do things well. Seeing pain as a power of growth. How do you see pain as a power of growth? I have seen women that men lived with them, they gave birth to 2, 3, 4 children. The men were like, hey, this is painful. After 3 kids. Wow. But you know what? These women navigate this pain. The man leaves them, and in 5 years' time, the man comes back and asks, today you are even better than me. When you see pain, you see betterment. The moment the word pain approaches you, all you see is betterment. For your life to be better. Ladies and gentlemen, wherever you're watching me, see pain as a platform to be better. When you see it that way, your life keeps growing. You will see a better tomorrow automatically. But you see, when you live in so much pain, you're taking your life backwards. Oya Ebusia, what's 365 days without doing nothing. You are just hating on people. You're just talking about people. You're always talking about the pain somebody left you, something someone did to you. And Ebusia, ye didn't come home. Adena dia tuning in nano. And I don't sorry in our him. And say, oh, it happened to me in a good way. Oh, through this pain, I will make it true. Through this pain, hey, ejuma we pa me kope ya de mami. And a nipa bia ji ejuma we ye free mensem. And yashe, you know why? Destiny is looking for you to venture into the world of entrepreneurship because you have a lot for life. You're not just needed at one bar selling little drinks or anything. You can start putting, it could be anguamo, tomato selling via the internet. And you see that when you are consistent with your God, that pain that you were caused at work, that made them sack you, that made them say that, oh, yapamono, you know, that kind of thing where you manage judgment. Those same people will see you years and be like, wow, now she deserves better. Ladies and gentlemen, navigate pain into power. Sawanya sawahu bonsamba bowachia ubonsa wude de bia wudi nkoma sa me wofa no mechre no ona mama nko school meswa no ona jeme maame asase enne na mai se wonye hwe sawaje wo maame asase anya asase ba ko pe na wo wiase o. No. So who of a big je wo papa asase bi ojaya anya asase ba ko pe na wo wiase o. No. Oh, you are limiting yourself to things that are not necessary. You are limiting yourself to things that are not important. That's why you're fighting over unnecessary things. That's why you feel that everybody owes you. But no, it is not so. Obia ne wokao ebusia di oji asase no manemfa as nti wo pese wo chame say oba Kumase oba Takra asase ba ko pe na da wo eya asase bobroja nti se wo ye adwumaden na wo ka kire wo say ade ya me wo fa ye ahye me nkran say men konkom anim a you will survive. You will make it. See pain as grow. The uncle 4 year one. Okay, a young man living in a single, maybe I rent a single room in an apartment. A wing in a single room. It is because your destiny is bigger than where you find yourself. So nature, in a way, uses those people to tell you, you need better than this. You need better than this. Through the pain they cause you. Don't see things people do as me, dear why ye me way no, dear me yen and sana mobaton. As you age, frame challenges as opportunities. I remember my beauty pageant, Miss Noble Ghana, when I said I went to a sponsor who promised me that he will do a lot for me. And we went to the man last minute and he was like, I didn't buy any crown for so bad also. He didn't sponsor. But I made sure that I won on my pageant. The word he said went into the doors of my heart. But it never stopped me from going to achieve my dream. But probably when I went and said, oh, I have some 10,000 for you, I could have taken the money I'm going to spend. But because destiny wanted this dream to go far, he rejected this person on my path. Ladies and gentlemen, learn to understand life. There is nothing wrong with pain. There is absolutely nothing wrong with pain. Oswana on the tena no na wo mpewasem wo papa ire no no mpewasem wabusuafo no mpewasem wa wunua no mpewasem. There is nothing wrong. We have individual paths. We have individual directions. You understand? There is nothing wrong what anyone is doing. Allow them to do it. But you know what? Make sure that in the years to come, these people will see you and say, we want to see your God. There is nothing wrong with pain. No, no. It's wrong. Please, it is. It's wrong. Pain should make you a better person. If he say, oh yeah, dear beer, a beer when you send you can live with a stepmother where, oh, but that's sorry, Ube twitwi nkukuom, ube kwa akopra bontin, ube wie bibi ase aduane ase agya wo. You feel it. You can live with an auntie where obeda sorry, yes say, I just say wokoton niema ni nyina wo dwa so ba, wokoton ba ye na yesi aduana sa. You feel the pain. But you know what? In those circumstances, one thing you tell yourself and say, okay, ebi ame maami ahwehwe ne niema ye. Nti na o se bebetena me soa ho, but me de me ma. Me bom paye asre rade atene wiase ache ahwe me ma said ye yaw na mimi hu ye no me ma me hu bi etu be hu se oba bi bedru ne mpanyin fie so no sa yaw na wodi ye ni nyina no na akora na bepepa ode adwuma papa bi ode aware papa bi be hu se abrewa obeda soy bia no na wo pancake na wani age. Transform pain. The challenges you're facing. Oh, worry, yeah. You all live in one house with your whole family, and there is always problems. You can't sleep. What do you have to do? Probability that you may not have finances to pull yourself through may be high, but you can still find a way. You still can find a way. Ladies and gentlemen, wherever that you're listening to me from all over the world, always remember my word that frame pain into challenges. That challenges becomes a path for you to win regardless. I'm telling you. No, please. Pain is part of the journey. A dadao. Said there be a ha. Na wo se me ye ni sei ha na wo se me ka ni sei ha na wo se me de toa ha na wo se me ye sei. Pain is good. Pain is powerful. For every human being who wants to succeed. When you have difficult experiences, there is one thing that comes into realization as a human being. You extract lessons from difficult circumstances. Because when it is all perfect, what is it? When it's all perfect, you won't find it right. So extract lessons from difficult circumstances. Extract it. Extract lessons from difficult circumstances. I'm telling you. You know, there is one thing that I have noticed as a human being. Pain can help man to connect. One would dear ato no. One pese bi beto wo baby. Entin when ya bresa wo bobra. Edi abe save you wasefo. There is nothing wrong with what we see. There is nothing wrong with what we see. The ato no. Pesa wo baby nso beba be hu bi. Enti wo hwehwe wadam odie ye. Abusua mo ani na ho. There is everything you can do. I'm telling you. Pain brings empathy and connections like I've started. Oh, umoja be yeshe. Hey, dear me hui dear. Me mo bin sun hubi. I am somebody that when I lost connection with my father after senior secondary school, the things that I saw would have automatically made me a bitter person, living a life of no mother, a life of no father. But I realized again that I can build all the necessary connections, making bigger friends, making good friends to help myself. And this is what I am into today. Pain pushed me to go to places that if I was the dadaba, the all sika wofie people, I wouldn't have gone. But pain made me go. I'm telling you. There was a time in my life, talking about empathy, pain, leading someone to be empathetic, somebody to be a good, like a kind person, let me put it that way. There was a time in my life, yes, a true life story. But I am somebody that every seconds of my life I'm blessing somebody. It is all because I do ask myself, if somebody experienced the same pain that I have been through, how would they go about it? I remember days when I go to sell a cantamanto, and at night I don't have any place to stay or sleep. So I do ask myself, when somebody find themselves in this circumstance, how are they going to survive? If it's something for can be say, the two will be our tenasino. A 20 papa for betting me a kuno. So pain, people that are there are people, yes, that you hear stories. May they are 2 minutes, you know. I'm a mitima ding. I'm a bonin kwana. No, it shouldn't be so. It should never be so. Pain should make you empathetic. It should make you a kind human being. Because Bisa won't say, that person might not survive. But you survived because destiny is giving you the opportunity to understand that there are many that will pass through you. There may be family, there may be business, there may be anything. Be kind to them. Because one unkindness of you might end their life. Ladies and gentlemen, oyaw dear. Nipa biye ni wo wiase a opese bitono, because adding it's hard. It's so hard to live a life of no love, nobody around you. How do you survive?